Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we're on book 3 of the Secret Missions by Ryder Wenham. It is called Duel at Shattered Rock. In this one, Nuru and the Breakout Squadron are on a mission to deliver a commissioner from the world Vaxed to Coruscant. Now, it's funny because he still, after Nuru snuck on a mission he never should have been on, he got called in to do some ambassadorship with the Chiss ascendancy, which it turns out they didn't want to make an alliance with the Republic anyway. They just wanted to tell the Republic, leave us out of your war. Leave us out of your Clone Wars. And so Nuru hasn't had time to give Palpatine the bad news about what they really needed, but Palpatine doesn't matter because he's also now in the vicinity to pick up a commissioner or ambassador from the first planet that they saved and haul him over to Coruscant because they're ready to help out the Republic, as they were unwillingly helping out the Separatists. Now they want to help out the Republic willingly. And he's so happy for this convenience that Nuru's right there and his team's right there to go pick him up and bring him to him. And Yoda the whole time is upset. He's not happy. He doesn't want Nuru out there. He wants Nuru back. But he's short on Jedi and no one else can do it. So again, Nuru has not gone back to Coruscant to face the council to see what's going to happen now. His master's still MIA. No one knows what's going on. But again, Nuru is on the job again. This one, it talks about, they know there's something wrong with Sharp. They don't know what, but he keeps reminding them why he got the nickname Sharp. And he's just acting weird for a clone trooper. Obviously, we know it's not the real Sharp from the last book, but the clones say, when we get to Coruscant, I'm going to have him see a clone counselor. They have those things? A clone counselor. That's interesting. I bet that's just some humor by Ryder, but I still thought it was interesting. Dooku hires a Death Watch Mandalorian called Shiv to basically kill that commissioner. Shiv is successful. He kills the commissioner and the 2 bodyguards on the planet. Nuru and Breakout Squadron can't save them in time. They're very upset, but they think they killed Shiv. They did not. He escaped, but he made them think he was dead. There is a really fun scene where Lalo Gunn, the pilot, the female pilot who kind of likes Chatterbox, she's complaining a lot, and Chatterbox finally says, "Hey, that's enough." And she gets quiet and looks at Chatterbox because Chatterbox rarely talks. And so Chatterbox goes up to her, he's like, "We're leaving," and that's it. Or he lays down the law and then kisses her. And when he's kissing her, everyone kind of all the other clones go do, like looking at their weapons, inspecting weapons, or kind of shuffling around because they're kind of embarrassed about what went on. And it's a really funny scene. And again, everyone's like, "Matt, don't you hate it when clones fall in love?" No, that's when a Jedi falls in love with a clone. You're forgetting that. A regular person falling in love with a clone, that's fine. I can appreciate that, and I thought it was a great scene. Now, even though they failed in one mission, they are able to capture Umbrag, who was the Separatist leader on the first planet, who had to, leave the Separatist factory. They actually capture him. And now they can, instead of bringing the ambassador or commissioner to Coruscant, they're going to bring a captured Separatist leader. So it's not that bad of a loss, even though Nuru is pretty upset. Now, meanwhile, with Jedi Master Ambus, Dooku lets him think he escapes. Well, there's something that goes wrong at the fortress, and maybe Dooku isn't paying attention, and Ambus gets into a ship and makes his way off. He and the real Sharp do. And Dooku wants that because he wants to show him that Nuru has gone to the dark side. And he's kind of set things up to make things look a certain way, like Nuru's working with the Chiss to attack the Republic. He convinces, Ambas is kind of convinced, he's very confused, and he actually shoots Varine's ship as she comes back in to meet with Nuru and blows it up. And so Naru's like, "Oh my gosh," and he knows that's his master. He can feel his master's presence in the ship. He's like, "Why did he kill her?" He doesn't understand that his master's kind of been deceived by Dooku, but it starts some animosity. Now Nuru thinks that his master's gone to the dark side, and his master's like, "Yeah, Dooku was right. Nuru was meeting with the Chiss Ascendancy. This is all very bad. So suddenly, Dooku's deception is seeping into the Jedi Master. He's not seeing very clearly. I should also mention that Jizz, this is actually the big swoop bike rider. This is his first appearance. This is where he and Nuru become friends. He has a big biker gang that gets kind of wiped out during an adventure, and Nuru goes, "I'm sorry for your friends, and I know you want to get revenge." He went, "I didn't care about those guys." He went, "But my swoop bike, that's what I'm mad about," you know. So, but Jizz turns out to be a little troublesome, a little cumbersome, but Nuru accepts him as part of an unofficial part of the Breakout Squadron. Also, at the end, here's the big twist that we have going on. There's two big twists here. Sharp walks out because at the end, Chatterbox is really badly hurt. Something happened, and he's really badly hurt, and he needs to get to the medic on Coruscant immediately. And Sharp kind of walks outside for a minute, takes off his helmet and breathes for a minute, and turns into a Clawdite. So it's a shapeshifter who is impersonating Sharp. And so, you thought that was the big twist? There's even a bigger one. Layla Gunn's like, "Hey, you know what? When you hired me to haul Breakout Squadron, off that planet, I was happy, but then I lost my ship." Layla Gunn's like, "My ship got destroyed in this adventure. Her ship takes a beating and then gets blown up." And she said, "That wasn't part of the deal." And across the table from her is Cad Bane. So she's been working with Cad Bane. You're like, oh no, there's another traitor in Breakout Squadron. And I'll be honest, I'd forgotten about that little twist. And so I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's really good. Book number 3. Remember, the only thing I made fun of the first time I reviewed it was Duel at Shattered Rock. I just didn't like the title. Since then, Mr. Ryder has told me why he put that in the title, and so I get it now. I have no problem with the title or the book. I think the book is great too. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.